All right, welcome back. We're into our second match of the night. This is going to be our owning division, which is silver to gold teams. And we have Riot's Angels versus Team Sugoi. I'm Wolf. I'll be one of your casters for this match. And with me tonight is Sajdeen.
Hello, hello. I am excited to be here with you and excited to see some split. What a change from what we normally see. I am all for it.
It's a miracle. And not only are we going to see split, our second map isn't even bind. Our second map is Haven. Another map that we don't get to see a whole lot.
No! Are you
Yeah.
serious right now? That is so exciting. Thank you, Riot's Angels. Thank you, Team Sugoi. And by the way, if you've been watching us this whole night, making sure I'm following the right observer first. If you've been watching us this whole night and you're like saying, hold on a second, didn't we just watch Riot's Angels? No, you watched their sister team, Riot's Devils. Isn't that adorable? I think it's very adorable.
Yeah, we actually have a couple of teams in the league that have done that, where they have kind of a sister team that's in a different division than they are. We know we have two Team Luxes. One is in owning and one is in open. The Riot's Angels and Riot's Devils. And I thought we had one more, but I could be mistaken.
I feel like you're correct that we might have one more. But in the meantime, we are looking at Riot's Angels making some of their presence known at mid. They already forced out that wall, but most of the team postured outside with the spike on A. The rest playing a pseudo or a default of their own, but otherwise everything's been pretty quiet here.
Yeah, we do see
I
the
love how I
defense
say quiet.
starting rotating off a little bit. Already rotating off of A, and this seems to be where the execution is going to happen, though.
Yeah. There's a little hesitation with that spike. Little pokes here and there, but it almost seems just like kind of like a timer delay where waiting for the clock to tick down a little bit before the rest of Riot's Angels push their way through. And with that opening satchel, Jin manages to take out the raise before dying, standing on her molly. But Spike is now going to go down as the rest of Team Sugoi slowly make their way over onto the B side. They are getting the frags here, clean up eventually, and that's the first defuse end point. Will go to Team Sugoi.
I do like seeing when the attacker teams don't just like rush one site, when they kind of do a little bit of that default setup to not allow the defense to rotate super fast. However, Riot's Angels went a little bit slow with that one. They got seen at A and then heard running through the sewers, so it kind of gave away the game for them a little bit and allowed the defense to rotate into really good retake positions before the plan even went down.
Yeah.
So
and
it looks like this is going to be just a straight A hit, though, this time, which is going to be interesting.
It's going to be nice. I mean, they're only technically playing against Arena with the Brim up in heaven, but the rest of Team Sugoi already making their way over, but Shijam takes out opening shot on her doppelganger. It's Genji. And a heal as well, but she's gonna walk through the smoke. Will she spot? Oh no! Barely tries to catch that raise. Gomper's on site with that spike down. They have to go through this sage wall in the meantime. But the rest of Riot's Angels trying to protect that spike, but they are really hurting with their bodies right now. They managed to take down 2 and leave it as a 2v2, but ASO and Shijam manages to clean it up, and that's going to be another defuse for them.
Don't rush me.
That is. I thought she was going to give it to her.
I know. Brim, I think she thought of, they thought about, she's like more interested in, I need to find a gun. Let me go find a little nice gun.
have to make sure you gotta pick up those guns.
Mm-hmm.
So, defense is up 2. Not terrible. Kind of expected that in the second round when you win the first round and your opponents don't force. And there's no real reason to force at this point. But so split right now is Riot's Angels map pick, which I think probably indicates that they have a fairly strong attack here. Maybe they're just not good at pistol rounds, and they'll start picking it up now that they have some rifles in their hands.
Yeah. Yeah, as you mentioned already, it does look like the Riot's Angels are already changing it up a little bit, making their presence known at middle, removing that sage wall, trying to keep her honest here, but look at Janer on Raze already pushed herself up for that crossfire at mid, and hopefully it pays off. They hear a lot of information with Riot's Angels just stomping away over at mid. It looks like they want to commit. Open it up with a Lear. Nice blind, but Lowell picks up the trade up in heaven. She's gonna eat that flash and has to fall back a little bit. Unfortunately, will run into the crosshairs of Kurai.
Turret down.
Oh, look at the attacking Grim on the flank though.
Oh wow. Yeah.
It's Jin
Fades
J.
up.
Spike planted.
Way out.
Last player
Oh
standing.
no, unfortunately with their reload gets caught out, and Riot's Angels finally get a point on the board.
Yeah, that was a great flank. I didn't even know she was there until she was halfway through their spawn already. But that was really nice. That was a good clean take up through mid. You know, they traded out a little bit, but they were very aggressive and were able to take over heaven control. The defense hadn't rotated yet because they had just been playing around it with mid, which is a good thing. You shouldn't rotate immediately off that because you don't know which direction they're going to go once they come up mid. But it did let them get into better positions that time in order to do the retake, or in order to defend the retake.
Yeah. Lear comes out as Bomper's already tagging ASO on the Reyna across of A site. And it looks like the rest of Team Sugoi are wanting to try to move that rotation, but Lindsay catches Lowell in middle, and that is going to be the key for Gompers to pop that Empress and try to open up A site so that they can get that spike down. Ginny Jelly. Sorry, puts up her wall. Because we have Ginny Jelly. I love it, it's cute.
Spike planted.
And yeah, the rest of Team Sugoi already postured up in heaven, hoping that they can get a pick here. But Jin J on that pistol. I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. I'm just gonna say Jin J. It's a 4v4. Spike is ticking. Yeah.
Yeah.
She grabs that Ares, tries to spray Gompers down, but does not make the trade. Lindsay grabs one for herself as well. And it's a 2v4. Spike is ticking away, and the pressure is on
Player
for
standing.
Team Sugoi. There's not going to be enough time, and on the fallback, Lindsay with the triple kill. 2 points for Riot's Angels now.
Yeah, I think we're starting to see them pick it up again. As I've been saying before, that they chose this map, so they should have a very strong offense here as well as a strong defense. And
yeah,
put rifles in their hands, and we're gonna see it. That's very nice. I like that they keep switching it too. So like they started with the default setup in round 1, then they went more to a like everybody rush this one site, and then they went up to mid. Now they went kind of a split. We're seeing back to a default here. I think it's really throwing off the defense here because they can't predict which play is coming next.
Yeah, definitely. And it looks like they're already switching it up a little bit. They've placed the Killjoy onto A site now, with 3 people postured outside of B. But the default play that Riot's Angels is doing, just keeping the rest of Team Sugoi on their toes, kind of running back and forth on that Sage, for example. But now they've made their way onto middle, but with that Ginny Jelly pick onto that brim, they're gonna use that as the opening to hopefully get on site, but ASO slows it down a little bit before finally being taken out by Genji, and they're going to run their way into site, get that spike down. Look at all that smoke.
It's unfortunate that the defense moved the Killjoy over to the A because she had been setting up one of her mollies right there, which would have been really good for that plant.
Yeah. Lindsay catches the flank. It's Genji, grabs one for herself as well, and it's all about Jinjin right now. Hoping to see if she can make something happen here, but she's not only doing a 3v1, she has to deal with ultimates up online. It's not gonna be enough, and that spike uncontested, and 3 points now go to Riot's Angels.
Yeah, we're seeing very strong, like, plant defenses from them. However, we are seeing 4 ultimates up on both sides. The attackers do have more kind of offensive ultimates ready, whereas the defense not quite so much. But the Brimstone Orbital Strike and the Killjoy Lockdown are both really good ones for kind of the retake situations, or to stop the plant from going down to begin with. Unfortunately, the attackers also have the Orbital Strike to take out Lockdown.
Yeah, everything's opening up right now, trying to slow down that push onto a Rolling Thunder used at the start, not enough. Riot's Angels already making their way onto site. Bodies dropping through utility, Lockdown is used, and Orbital Strike as well to try and clear some things out. And they are gonna try and get a defuse on that spike, but Jinjae fully contested every time, not even to get it to half. Tries to move trades, but Shijam alone, not enough. That's 4 points now for Riot's Angels.
Yeah, just what we were talking about with the Killjoy ult comes out. Saving that Orbital Strike is great, because like that's the only ultimate that they have right now that you don't need to get close to the lockdown in order to destroy it. You can do it with raises as well, but she has to actually like be able to see the lockdown. Right. So it's very smart to use the Brim ult in that way. And since the attackers don't have a Killjoy, the defending Brim has different options. As long as she can know where a good majority of the opposite team is, or where the plant is going down, using her Orbital Strike to stop that would be really good.
Yeah, and Riot's Angels always breaking down that wall middle, trying to keep everything honest and proper over here, not forcing any full rotations in the meantime, and for the most part, they've already left A open, except for Brim sitting up in heaven, but even where she's posted up right now in the back. And it's an opening pick by Genie Jelly at mid. Kind of giving the go-ahead for the rest of Riot's Angels to try and make their way onto B side, but Jinjae, readying up, manages to stop that Reyna push in the meantime. But the rest of her team already through behind that Sage wall to protect them. But look at those beautiful trades. ASO grabs... Oh, never mind. Janer with the rocket and her pain shells shuts everything down there. No spike is able to be planted. Jinjae trying to flank, gets found. Yeah, Team Sugoi still in this, definitely.
Yeah. All these J names are so...
I know, I'm trying not to fumble it, but it's getting a little bit difficult when so many things are also happening.
Getting a little rough. I really liked what Jinjae KT did there. They saw her turret, and she knew that they were going to leer out and then probably destroy it, so she just called it back. So rather than waiting the 30 seconds in order for it to regenerate, she only had to wait 10. She didn't put it back out again. I just thought it was a good move.
Mm-hmm.
A good way to use Killjoy's utilities in a kind of like smart manner.
Yeah. Looks like Riot's Angels want to switch it up a little bit. They've pushed their way onto A Heaven, and Gompers take that opening kill. And now uses that Empress, but immediately gets shut down by Jainer. And the rest of Team Sugoi already making their way over, as well as Lowell watching that flank. Will spot 2 at mid, bodies dropping on both sides. Spike is still up, but numbers slightly in favor for Team Sugoi. And I only say slightly because Raze is less than half health.
Yeah. And the Raze on attack does have her ultimate still, which can do very good damage if you can cluster them together.
Exactly. Numbers evened up now, but they do have time. 30 seconds on this clock. Spike is now gonna get put down. Good safe plant for her as well. Dodges that Killjoy Molly. Ginny Jelly finds Jainer in the flank. And it's now all up to Jinjae to see if she can make something happen here.
Oh no.
Oh. This last minute Boombot just gives her position away, and it's another question of can I get a pick? She does. Lockdown is now in play, but not necessarily enough time to really push her out. She's still gonna have to contest this fight, so she's just gonna play aggressive, which I really like. Taps that spike, not realizing Kurai sitting right there.
Uh-oh.
Will die to that spike, but that's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to use the lockdown there. That, with how much time was on the spike, it wasn't really going to work out for her because she didn't have enough time to wait for Kurai to leave the site before she started defusing. She had to start defusing pretty soon.
Yeah.
So Kurai played that very well, just kind of staying close to the spike, not really letting was it Jinjae get around her.
Yeah. Once again, Sage Wall just blasted away at middle. And the rest of Team Sugoi kind of just have to hunker down, just play a little bit passive, and force the hand of Riot's Angels here. Wonder if they heard that information.
Sage admitted, yeah, she probably did hear that spike go down. So if she knows the sound cues, she knows that spike is somewhere near the mid still.
Yeah. Look how open they've left A again, which it's not a bad call, but running back and forth, making all those noises middle. Trying to do the fake outs, but it looks like they want to make something happen here now. The pressure is on for them. 30 seconds is fast approaching. The sprays and praise up in heaven. Lindsay wins out the battle, and Lockdown used to try and push out the rest of Riot's Angels. Jainer on the flank gets one. Oh, that just got shot out of her hand. Showstopper is used by Kurai, takes out Jainer, and they're going to try and... They have to play B with the time. Spike is now going down. But ASO, nice pick, tries to slow that plant spike. Do they have the time? Barely! Oh my god, not enough. 0.4 seconds at the timer. It's Team Sugoi win.
That was... I don't know why the... Riot's Angels didn't go A site when that lockdown went down. They were probably thinking that everybody's going to assume that they're going to go A, so they'll meet the rest of the defense over there. But if you were watching the minimap, all of the defense was within the lockdown vicinity. Nobody was over on A still.
Safety's off.
Which they obviously couldn't know, but it's unfortunate for as a viewer to just be like, no, it's open, go the other way.
All the utility used and Lear to open up A site right now, which is a really good call. It's pretty much uncontested, at least on site. Reyna posted up on screens, and that spike is now finally going to go down. The rest of Team Sugoi pushing their way through. Oh, it's Genji. J&J tries to take a pick, but Jainer grabs that headshot. Lindsay with the flash. Tries to clear out screens, but is getting pushed through right now by Aso. Catches her on that
Player
flash.
standing.
Bodies dropping for Team Sugoi. Gompers with the triple kill. 6 points now for Riot's Angel.
Ooh, that was a little nerve-wracking. They were all kind of stuck in the back of the site there. I was a little bit worried for them, honestly. But the defense, they have enough flash utility that I think they stop the defense from being too aggressive coming onto site to take them all out back there.
Satchel out.
Because man, those breach flashes.
Yeah. He has
between
3 of them. So
Yeah.
frustrating.
so frustrating. Between him and the Reyna, they're not going to see a whole lot. You know, we saw a lot of variation from Riot's Angels early on in like their kind of attack patterns, but they've seemed to kind of settled into this. Let's make some noise at mid, make some more noise at mid, and then maybe decide to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you can see it's a little bit predictable for the defense. They're not over-rotating one way or the other. They're just kind of waiting for them to make whatever push they're going to make.
Yeah. They've already made their presence known here, so the rest of Team Sugoi, barring that Sage, have already made their way onto site. That's spike information as well as Shijam. Janer with the showstopper manages to catch Lindsay by the edge of it, but Ginny Jelly double kill for her. Heals herself up.
You will not.
And she will bring Gompers back to life as well. Numbers now in favor for Riot's Angels, but they still need to get that spike down. Wall is up.
Spike
Clear it
planted.
through.
Your duty is not over.
And that orb that was picked up by Lowell, I guess. If I'm reading chat correctly, Lowell. Evens out the numbers. Finds Genji in the
player
back of
standing.
screens, and Janer grabs one for herself as well. The number that was originally in favor for Riot's Angels, no longer there. And that spike being diffused, and a point. Team Sugoi. It's 5-6.
We saw both resurrections come out that round, and to swing it in
Last
favor
round in the half.
of each of their teams. That's one of the like really big strengths of having Sage on the team. Is just that you can flip those disadvantages into an equalized opportunity, or even to your advantage, depending on who you res.
Yeah.
But we're going into the last round of the half. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I just want to say I think that was a very big round for Team Sugoi. I want to say I think they were also saving, or they were like half buying that round
Yes.
to save up for the last round right now. So everybody's pistoled up. Empress is used to open up B. Aso answers one for herself, shuts down her doppelganger, laughing away as she slows down any attempt of that spike to go down. Rest of her team already on site. See if they can get any picks here. Orbital strike is used. Misses the converging Riot's Angels in the back, but that's okay. They get 2v4 here, but it's a sandwich. Can they trade Lindsay? Oh my god, what a nice triple flick for her. It's 1v1. Will spot her in the corner. Clutch indeed. Huge round and a quadra.
Switching sides.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is physics. Not physics, but sight lines, I guess, would be the better way to say that. Kirai was... Oh no, sorry, we switched sides, didn't we?
Yeah.
I hate it when they switch sides like this. So Janner was the one that was up. She was too close to that wall. She wasn't able to get the same sight line that Lindsay had. Lindsay just saw her first. It was a
Right.
good position though if Lindsay hadn't checked there. If she had just gone
Yeah.
for the spike. But not a bad half. 5-7.
No. Yeah.
And Riot Angels are now on defense. That was an unusual attack for them though. That was like they had been going so slow up into the opponent and then just like aggressively ran on site.
Yeah, I know. It looks like Team Sugoi taking the same page from the Riot Angels playbook.
Spike
Wall
planted.
up, push through B, get that spike down, and hold. The rest of Riot Angels trying to see if they can get some picks here. It's still a 4v3 in favor for Team Sugoi. But now the spike is tapped and she's just gonna stick it. Oh, doesn't get it to half before being removed. But Ginny Jelly. Good hold for her. Spike taken away. ASO on the wraparound.
One enemy remaining.
Finds one. Has to stop this. Clutches it up. 4K answers. And that's spike defuse. Or sorry, spike explosion. And a point. Team Sugoi.
That was very nice from ASO. Knowing that the defense knew that she was in garage, using kind of their timidness from coming around, because we did see the two defenders were waiting to get together before they peeked her there. And then they had no idea that she had gone around the other way. You don't see that a whole lot. Like, that was a very good mind game that she played there. And helping her team bring the rounds back up to almost even now. They should theoretically get this one too, since they did win the pistol round and they have better guns, but
Yeah.
you never know. There's a frenzy on the other side, so it's anybody's game.
Oh. Yes. Wolf loves the friend.
I have to vote for the frenzy.
Yeah. Janer opens it up with the
Spike
stinger up
planted.
in heaven, and Spike already made its way onto B. Rest of Team Sugoi are just readjusting themselves for the post-plant positions here. Rai knows that he's in the corner, gets traded out, but for that frenzy, by the way, on Gompers.
Yes.
See if she can find another.
One enemy remaining.
But ASO with the Spectre. The much superior Spectre cleans up 2 kills on ASO, and game is tied at 7-7 for Team Sugoi.
Superior to the frenzy? Never.
I mean...
Okay, fine. No, I mean you're right, but still. And I will say it was not a baby dragon frenzy, so she gets
That
negative
is
points
true.
for that a little bit.
That is true. Skins matter. It really. I mean, there is a placebo effect with having certain skins and the way they sound and shoot and whatnot.
And how adorable they are when they grab the reload cartridge.
True. You know, it's like a little baby dragon eating.
Yeah,
cry.
so cute.
Right? It is. The rest of Team Sugoi pushes through, but that sandwich slows them down. And it's a 3v2, and Spike finally makes its way onto site. Has to plant safe here. It's Gen J though,
One enemy remaining.
already pushing through.
Planted.
So close, but ASO once again monstrous on that Spectre.
One enemy remaining.
Can they keep giving her the 1v1s? She knows where she is. Now it's a
Or
dance.
is she just guessing?
It's a dance. Oh no! Unfortunately, just a slight half-inch to the other way, or to play the time of the spike. Gompers will get that diffused.
I mean, you said that earlier. They almost lost that round because they were giving her 1v1s. That was not good. They really needed to stick together and force that. They had the advantage. I think they were up 4-1 when that started. And poor Lindsay. She needs to listen to one of the other teams in the open division. Unbind Crouch. She just crouched right into a headshot.
Yeah. I don't actually know what
Yeah.
my bind or my crouch button is. It's something.
Yeah, I feel like if you didn't play CSGO, you don't have that much of a problem with it. Because, like, I don't crouch ever in this game unless I'm hiding somewhere. But you do see
Or trying to jump.
a lot.
Yeah. Something I noticed that is definitely worth pointing out. The way Team Sugoi plays on the attacker side, they tend to kind of play as a group, hoping to get those trades when Ginny Jelly, opens it up with that pretty pink Spectre. Oh, that was actually on Lindsay, but hey. It's a Spectre game tonight, it seems like. And the rest of Team Sugoi running down sewers, but doing a fake out, made all the noise in the world and then walked their way back onto middle. But the rest of Riot's Angels still holding sight since the pressure is on for Team Sugoi to make something happen here. Wall and Lear comes out, and that's information that they are going to try and make a play onto B.
30
Ginny
seconds
Jelly
left.
forced completely back with all of his utility. Gompers sitting in the back, trying to see if she can find
One enemy
another.
remaining. Flawless.
But not enough. Riot's Angels managed that stronghold. 9 points now for them.
That was a really nice play from them because they were on kind of a half buy there with their SMGs. And you could tell that they were playing that very well because they didn't allow those engagements to be at long distances. I've talked about before that, like, the SMGs, if you're going to use them, you have to go in close to your enemies. So
Yeah.
they kind of gave up a little bit of the map in order to draw Sugoi in and kind of, like, put them a little bit at ease and then took them out with the SMGs.
Yeah. All 5 of Team Sugoi will run into that Sage Wall on B side, but it looks like they're just gonna patiently wait here. Oh! I was trying to see if they would, like, wall themselves over, but no. Shoot that wall down, wall up of their own, once again, making their way, strong push onto site and getting that spike down, but Orbital Strike is used. Lowell will sacrifice herself to get that spike down, getting this demolished, melted by that Orbital Strike in the knee. Rest of Riot's Angels pushes their way through. Karai finds one, spots another. See, the rest of her team tries to remove it, but Janer, all alone, not enough. Will get found, but it's Gen J. And that's a defuse. I know, I'm just like, is Gen J, KJ, J. I'm just like,
Oh, was
what?
that Gen J, Ginny Jelly, Janner, Chi Jam, and Jin J K Tay? So, like,
It's
just
a
think
tongue
like-
twister.
It
Tongue
really
twister
is.
of a night.
Oh.
It's all good.
Yeah,
It happens.
The Lowell here sacrificed herself to put that spike down, which was a really good choice there, because she probably wasn't going to get out of the orbital strike if she stopped.
Mhm. Right.
And by waiting, even though she gave up her life and it put them at a little bit of a disadvantage, it still put a lot more pressure on the defense because they had to take that site and start defusing within 37 seconds, rather than just like taking their time otherwise, because I think there was still close to a minute on the clock.
Yeah. Something strong or interesting about that orbital strike, though, is that it really threw off any proper post-plant positions for the rest of Team Sugoi, that they kind of were just stuck in the back of site. So you have the wall, so they can only really be 2 places. Gompers on the flank. Finds Aso, pops her Empress, gets another.
Yeah, and that's spike down.
Yeah.
And you can see the rest of the team is shifting over here to help her defend that spike.
Sitting in
One
smoke.
enemy remaining.
Triple kill, finds Jam. And they know with where the rest of Riot's Angel is coming from, Janer just has to be in sewers. Oh, that hits.
30
The
seconds left.
stun,
Flawless.
and Lindsay closes out the round. 11-7 for Riot
She
Angels.
shot her in the back. You hate to see it.
You can't turn away from that stun. There's nowhere to go. You're just trapped there. It feels rough.
I know. I mean, I suppose that's better than just like giving up and sitting there. But because even if she had made it down sewers, Ginny Jelly was come around. She was
Yeah.
prepared for that retreat through sewers. But look at how many ults already on the attacker side here.
Ooh.
Team Sugoi could really start chaining these together pretty well if they play this
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm also noticing they're doing a little change up here. They've split themselves
You
up
should
now.
run.
And even with the fake out lockdown used on B site, but look at where Lowell with the spike is. They are on A. And they sense it.
Bomb buddy out.
Information being spotted at mid for the rotation, so the rest of Riot's Angels already making their way over, and that spike gets dropped.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Satchel from Kurai, she's flying around, trying to see if she can find someone. She does connect with that showstopper. That flash, but not enough. We'll trade it out. And it's a 2v3.
Sage kill last
Jin
player
Jae finds
standing.
one. Gompers gets another. Make that 2, and that's 12 points. And one more round for
Match
the win
point.
for Riot's
Yeah.
Angels.
We always talk about how like it's important to gain the information, even if you don't get a pick or a frag or anything. Getting information and knowing where people are on the map is so useful in this game. Everybody, they rotated when that lockdown went out. Everybody from A abandoned ship and went over towards B until they saw Team Sugoi in the mid.
Yeah.
If they hadn't tried to rotate through mid, that would have been a brilliant play. They would have gotten the spike down on A and been able to take their time to set up. But because they were spotted in mid, even though there was no frags and no real like exchange of bullets even, they were very easily found out.
Yeah.
And their plan
was
was
also
foiled.
Yeah, there was. I was gonna say there was also some hesitate. No, I was fine. Like there was some hesitate. I love it. Foiled, so foiled. Rolling Thunder used to try and delay that spike, but no, it gets planted.
Satchel out.
Kurai, with her satchel trying to fly through, will land onto that molly instead. The Gompers does even it out though before finally getting removed by Asa with that Spectre.
Last player standing.
Keeping the dream alive here. Team Sugoi. Strong round for them.
Yeah, that was a really nice aggressive round from them too. You could tell that they were communicating there because there was that moment where everybody was looking at the wall and they were just waiting for that countdown from their team lead here. I know Lindsay's their captain. I don't know if she's also their IGL. I would assume so, but that was, or sorry, I'm looking at the wrong team again. Chi-Jam is the attacker captain. But that was really, really nicely done, really aggressive. I don't think the defense was expecting it because they have been a little bit hesitant in the last couple of rounds.
Go get him.
It's always good to swap up your strategies.
Oh, show. Ooh. Those pain shells doing a bit of damage here, but that's still 4 ultimates available for Team Sugoi. Hoping to see if they can make something happen here. The rest of Riot's Angels already making their way onto site, but
For you.
rotation out in full force for Team Sugoi, running their way through. But Riot's Angels also on the
it was a
reset.
fake rotate.
It was. I don't even think they heard that orb getting taken. And there's that information, but it's Genji. Strong hold for her, stuck around on screens, manages to take out 2,
You
and
should
now
run.
Spike is available. Forces Genji to use that lockdown. As the
30
rest of her
seconds left.
teammates on the flank. Aso finds one. Hoping to catch another. Janer does. And look! They faked them out
Oh my
again!
God.
Swarm grenade out.
They thought that, like, Jinjae would rotate out, but she didn't. Triple kill on its Genji, but she's on the opposite side of the map. And she's just gonna have to walk her way over. It's a 2v1. She does have orbital strike.
The mind
she's
games
gonna
that
have-
just went on in this round.
It's so crazy. I don't...
Oh my god.
Turret's gonna spot her, and that's information for them. But look, I like the crossfire that Team Sugoi is doing over here.
Oh,
He's gonna
she
use
saw
the orbital
Reyna.
strike. She's trapped there, evens it out. 4K for its Genji. Runs her way through. She has to tap that spike. But Genji knew that there was no time. So close. And now it's
I thought we were
9-12.
going to see an ace for the final point of this
I
match.
know. I was so ready to grab that replay. I didn't. Oh, I wanted it.
Oh my god. Poor Aso. That is the one location where, like, you probably should crouch. Because,
Yeah.
like, you could just barely see your head over there. That was... Its Gen J was
wonder-
probably just, like, cackling, like, haha, I see you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, there you are.
There you are. You can't hide from me. But our attackers here still have quite a bit of, like, util and ultimate economy. They have basically all of them except for the lockdown right now.
Yeah.
Bomb buddy out.
Oh my god. What?
What just
Bodies
happened?
falling as the rest of Team Sugoi
Variable
make their
three.
way onto A site. Spike is now going down.
Placing swarm
Gompers with that operator does not connect. She's gonna have to fall back. Utility pushing her out as well.
Yeah, Chi-Chan's
Gen J.
getting herself safe. She's gonna use her
Yeah.
ultimate to defend this spike.
Yes. They hear the click. Do they know? Showstopper 1 connects, finds his Gen J. Orbital strike is used as well. Stops the spike, but it is in half. Do they know? I don't think they do. She's just gonna stick it.
Remaining. Defenders win.
Wow.
Oh, you hate it when, like, the last round and a half is won because one of the teams did, like, mistimed something. That's always unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that
It
was our
happens.
first game of 2.
Of 2.
We still have another one,
Yep, that we do.
but we are going to be
And-
going to a quick break here, and then we'll come back for Haven is map number 2. I'm excited.
Me too. Right, we will see you guys and gals in a little bit. Thanks for watching so far, and yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Thank you. Hello.
Hello. We are back for game 2 of 2 of Riot's Angels versus Team Sugoi. And we're going to be seeing Haven this time, which I'm very excited about. But I'm Wolf. I'm one of your casters. With me still is Sajidine.
Hello. What? You don't see it. I'm actually waving my fingers at everybody.
Like that emote. They're like, hi.
Yeah, under my chin, I guess. Like, what's up? Like, who does that? What character does that?
I don't remember. But we are here. Riot Angels
And
took the first game. This is now Team Sugoi's map pick. And Riot's Angels are actually attacking first, which is unusual. Normally when you can choose your side, you choose defense.
Mhm.
So I am excited to see where they go with this.
Choose your agent.
I would say for Haven, it's a good exception to do it. Only because of how spread out the map is.
Yeah, with those 3 sites, it makes it a little bit more equal. It's not as defensive sided as some of the other maps. I wouldn't necessarily call it attacker sided, but
Mhm.
it is definitely more even than most of the other maps we see.
Yeah.
But we do see a little bit of a change up on some of these lineups here. Janner and Chi-Jam traded, so Chi-Jam's now on the Raze, where we saw Janner there last game. Only 1 Sentinel for Riot's Angels, which they're starting on the attack, so that's not super unusual. Though I do feel like with Haven, you do tend to see more 2 or 3 Sentinel lineups, just because of the 3 sites.
Yeah. Both sides opting for that Sage to... I think for the most part, everybody would play her B, put that wall up, kind of just like leave it alone. And that's what she does. Look at her. Drops that wall, runs away, and they'll have a 3-2 split. But the rest of Riot's Angels, just a little bit unconventional, holding out middle. They're not even opting to push through garage, but Kurai already aggressively pushing, takes A site. Sitting on the corner, trying to find where this Killjoy is, but utility from that Brim, helping out the rest of her team, now having control of A site, and Spike is down.
They have quite a bit of time here to also get into like really nice post-plant positions, getting some crossfires set up.
Yeah. Oh, that boombot find! It's Gen J in hell! Blows up in her face. Solid round for Riot Angels. First point on the board.
Very nice attacking round for them. Poor Janner. She almost had the good play where they didn't know she was in the corner, and then she decided to just retreat and got shot in the back. Yeah, you can see it. But that was a really fast rotate from the attackers. They were kind of hanging out in mid a little bit, and then once they got that pick, they just went to A site and took it over. Which we've seen from them before. This kind of like, let's take a look at mid and then go fast wherever we decide to go. So not unusual.
Yeah. Or kind of being contested at C, but I'm interested to see what Riot's Angels have planned here. They force bot. I want to say I saw 2 Phantoms come out before I closed out that scoreboard.
Yeah, they stuck with one of them. Somebody went back. We have an
And it's
Ares
selling.